Good morning. In today's session, we will see about the narrowband noise. In previous session, we have seen about the Gaussian process. So, Gaussian noise is the noise because thermal noise produced by system devices can be modeled as a Gaussian process, and it is very useful in the communication system. So, we have seen a random process x of t is a Gaussian process for all n and for all t, t1, t2 up to tn. And at that time, the random variables x of t of j that will have jointly Gaussian density functions. So we can say at any instant to the random variable x of t0 is a Gaussian. At any 2 points t1 and t2, the random variables x of t1, x of t2 are distributed according to the two-dimensional Gaussian variable. So we have seen these concepts earlier. Then we have seen the properties of the Gaussian. There are some useful properties of the Gaussian process which makes analysis of the communication systems easier. Like we have seen, if a Gaussian process is applied to a stable linear filter, then the random process y of t developed at the output, that will be the output of filter, will also work as a Gaussian. Then we have seen, if a Gaussian process is WSS, it means what? Wide sense stationary. Then it is also strictly stationary, triple S. Then we have seen, if a random process x of t is Gaussian, then the set of random variables obtained by observing a time t1, t2 up to tn for any n are jointly Gaussian, and they can be completely described by specifying its mean and the autocovariance. So, we have seen these properties for the Gaussian random process. In today's session, we will see about the narrowband noise. So, here we are saying a random process x of t is a band pass, or we can say a narrowband random process when if its spectral density. So, we are denoting spectral density, we can denote by S. And here we are saying random process as x of t. So, we can say a random process x of t is a narrowband random process if its power spectral density S of x of f. It is a non-zero only in some neighborhood of the some high frequency deterministic signals. And we can define that by Fourier transform random process, we can define by its power spectral density. So, here we are saying a random process x of t is a narrowband random process if we will get its power spectral density is non-zero only in some neighborhood of some high frequency deterministic signal. And we are defining it by Fourier transform random process or by power spectral density. So, here we can say x of t is a band pass or the narrow band, and it has zero mean. So, we can take E of x of t that will be equal to 0. We can say here Fc needs not be the center of signal bandwidth or in the signal bandwidth at all. So, here if you see, we are saying about the narrowband noise at that time. You can see here, if we are taking one random process x of t, at that time we can say a band pass signal xp of t, it can be shifted down to the DC, and this will follows low pass version of x of t, and we can call that as a complex envelope. So, here we are denoting complex by x ke upar. If you see, we are taking one symbol like a del, equality symbol, like equality, approximate. So, we can say x of t is generally complex because here we are taking x of f is usually not a conjugate symmetric. So here we can say we are supposed to see about the bandpass deterministic signal. So if we are taking xq of t, that is the quadrature component, and xi of t, that is nothing but in phase component. So here we are taking the complex term x of t, that will be in the form of in phase component and the complex component, because if you see we are writing approximate x of t, that will be equal to in phase component xi of t plus complex, so j into quadrature component. So we can take xq of t. So here we can take a bandpass deterministic signal, we can write as x of t, that will be equal to x of I of in phase component of t cos of phi लिखो, या फिर you can write 2 pi fct minus, we are supposed to take here complex, so quadrature component, xq of t sin of 2 pi fct. So here we can see the proof of that equation. So here we are saying a random process is a narrowband random process if we will get its power spectral density as x of f, that is a non-zero only in the neighborhood of some high frequencies. High frequencies deterministic signal, and we can define that by Fourier transform, and here we are supposed to determine deterministic signal by its Fourier transform, and we are supposed to determine here random process by its power spectral density. So here we can see, if we are saying x of t is the narrowband, at that time you can say x of t is a narrowband or the bandpass if its mean will have zero mean. So we can take e of x of t, that will be equal to 0, and here you will be need fc, that needs not be at the center of signal bandwidth or in the signal bandwidth at all. So you can observe here the waveform for the narrowband noise. You can see here power spectral density of the NB noise. PSD is nothing but power spectral density, and NB narrowband noise. So here you can observe the waveform. When we are taking its power spectral density, at that time you can say that is the xx of f, that will be non-zero only in some neighborhood. You can see at some point it is having the non-zero value. So here we can say about the narrow band noise, we are supposed to generate in phase and the quadrature. So generating Ni of t and the Nq of t from N of t and vice versa. So you can see here the waveform, and here we are saying in the most communication system we are supposed to deal with the band pass filtering of signal, and at that time the wideband noise will be shifted into a band limited noise. And if we are saying here the bandwidth of the band limited noise is relatively small as compared to the carrier frequency, we refer to this as a narrowband noise. It means we can say when we are supposed to deal with the band pass filtering of signal, at that time wideband noise will be shifted into a band limited noise. And if the bandwidth of band limited noise is relatively small as compared to the carrier frequency, we can refer that as a narrowband noise. And we can derive the power spectral density and the autocorrelations of the narrowband noise and use them to analyze the performance of linear system. So when we supposed to deal with multiplication, which is non-linear operation, at that time system analysis becomes difficult. So in that case we can use narrowband noise as N of t equal to x of t. You can see here the equations. We can use the equation as, you can take x of t, N of t, no issue. because here we are saying that random process is nothing but the narrow band noise. So you can say here x of t equal to x I of t cos 2 pi fct minus xq of t. This is the quadrature, and in phase xi of t, xq of t into sin 2 pi fct. So here we can see we are supposed to take the narrow band noise as that equation. So here we can see about how we are supposed to generate narrow band, in phase and the quadrature noise. So here we can say when we are supposed to take the equation that will be for generating the in phase and the quadrature phase narrow band noise, and it's vice versa. At that time you can see the diagrams. Here you will get in phase and the quadrature sinusoidal component for the narrow band noise that you can write as x of t, that will be equal to a1 cos omega t plus a2 sin omega t. So here we can say every sinusoidal can be expressed as the sum of sine function and cosine function, because here we are taking sine functions, that is nothing but we are supposed to take that phase as a 0, and a cosine functions we are supposed to take that phase as a 2. So if we are taking at that time, we can say we are supposed to take x of t equal to a1 cos omega t plus a2 sin omega t. At that time you can say sine part as a in phase. If you see, you can say in phase as a sine part, and cos part will be, obviously it will be quadrature, or you can say as a phase 2. So we can say if sine part is called as the in phase component, we can say cosine part as a phase quadrature component, and in general phase quadrature component is nothing but 90 degree out of phase, that is relative phase shift of a plus minus 2. So it is also the case that every sum of in phase and the quadrature component can be expressed as a single sinusoid at some amplitude and phase. So here we can say if we are supposed to see how we will get the in phase and out of phase component for the narrow band, at that time you can see here the waveform, and here if you see in phase and quadrature component are the overload. So we can say they only differ by relative 0 degree phase shift. Now we can see some properties of the narrow band noise. So when we are supposed to talk about the narrow band noise, at that time we are saying here you will require its mean, that will be equal to 0. So when we are saying we are supposed to take the random process x of t, at that time you can say you will be needed their mean. If we are taking its in phase narrow band in phase component n I of t, and quadrature band for the noise band, at that time you can say that component as nq of t. So here you can say its mean will be equal to 0. So you can take mean equal to E of Ni of t, that will be equal to E of Nq of t, that will be equal to 0. And here if we are saying you will require N of t narrow band as a Gaussian, at that time you can say its in phase and its quadrature phase component are also Gaussian. So we can say you will require N of t as a Gaussian. At that time both Ni of t and Nq of t both will be also as a Gaussian. And again we can say if we are saying they both are also Gaussian, you can say Ni of t and Nq of t both have same means and variance as of N of t. It means what? Here you can say if n of t is Gaussian at that time, its in phase and quadrature component will also as a Gaussian. And if that is a narrowband noise at that time, you can say Ni of t and Nq of t both have same means and variance as that of N of t. Again we can say if N of t is stationary, if N of t is stationary at that time, Ni of t and Nq of t both will also as a stationary. If we will talk about the power spectral density at that time, you can say Ni of t and Nq of t both have identical power spectral density related to the power spectral density of a random process. That is nothing but narrowband N of t. So we can say both process in phase component, quadrature component, Ni of t and Nq of t both have identical power spectral density related to the power spectral density of N of t by Gx of f. So you can take, here we are saying both will have the same spectral density. So you can take G of Ni of f that equal to G of Q of Nq of f equal to G of Nq of f, because here we are saying both will have the same spectral density, that will be equal to related to the power spectral density of a narrowband noise N of t. So you can take, if you are talking about the power spectral density, you can denote by letter G or you can denote by letter S. So here we are denoting by letter S. So you can take Sn of I of f equal to Sn of Q of f, because we are saying both will be same in phase and quadrature, that will be equal to Sn of f minus fc plus Sn of f plus fc. But when we will have frequency that will be in between minus f and capital F, otherwise that power spectral density for the in phase component and the quadrature phase component, that will be equal to 0. So you can see here the waveform also. So here we can say if we will require here the narrow band noise, when we will talk about the narrow band noise at that time, it will have some following properties. These are nothing but some properties of the narrowband noise are its mean will be equal to 0. So we can say both Ni of t and Nq of t are uncorrelated with each other. So here you will get E of Ni of t that will be equal to E of Nq of t that will be equal to 0. So here we can say both Ni of t and Nq of t are uncorrelated with each other. Again we can say if N of t is Gaussian at that time, in phase and quadrature component both will also as a Gaussian. And if we are saying Ni of t and Nq of t have the same mean and variance as that of random process N of t. Again we can say if N of t is stationary at that time, Ni of t and Nq of t both will also as a stationary. So here we can say if we are talking about the power spectral density at that time, Ni of t and Nq of t both have same identical power spectral density related to the power spectral density of a narrowband noise N of t. So you can take Sn of N, Sni of f that will be equal to Snq of f that will be equal to Sn of f minus fc plus Sn f plus fc, where frequency will in between minus f to minus b to plus b. Otherwise, its value will be power spectral density of in phase and quadrature phase component will be equal to 0. So, here we can say if Sn of f does not have to be symmetric around the Fc and Fc does not have to be the at center of Sn of f. So, you can see here the waveform. So, here we are saying Fc is nothing but carrier frequency. So, we can say Fc is the carrier frequency within the band occupied by the noise, and Ni of t and Nq of t are known as in phase and the quadrature component of the noise N of t. So, here we can say about the variance you will get its variance, we are saying its mean and variance will be equal, same as that of narrow band noise N of t. So, you can take variance Ni of t equal to variance Nq of t, that will be equal to variance of the narrow band noise. So, you can take variance of N of t. Here we have finished about narrow band noise. Thank you.